Hello, Shadowhunting Dauntless here, doing my admin Q&A, and I have a bunch of questions from all of our awesome fans, and I'm going to do the best I can to answer them. So the first question is, who are my favorite characters, one guy and one girl? Alec is my favorite guy character, and most of you probably know that because, I post about him a lot, and I could make an entire video just on why Alec is my favorite. And my favorite girl is Isabel, because she's amazing. She's a great fighter, and she's just totally awesome. What is my favorite book and why? My favorite book in the Mortal Instruments series is City of Glass, and the Mortal Instruments is my favorite series overall. I do like a lot of other books and stuff, but Mortal Instruments is definitely my very favorite. Just because there are so many different twists and characters, and she's just such an amazing writer. So the next question I'm going to kind of combine two of them, because it's which character do I hate most, and do I like or dislike Sebastian. And so I don't like Sebastian, but I don't hate him either. And I realize, like, as a writer, from a writer's point of view, I realize and I understand that Sebastian was necessary for the plot. And really, without him, what would the books have been? They would have been really terrible, because he was a huge part in the book. So I definitely don't hate him, but he's definitely not my favorite character either. Do I like the ending of City of Heavenly Fire? No. I don't particularly like the ending of City of Heavenly Fire because I feel like she did such an amazing job with the other 5 books, and this one, she kept us waiting for such a long time and gave us snippets and, like, all of this different stuff, and we were so excited about it, and we waited a really, really long time to read it. And then, I feel like she got about 3/4 of the way through and said, okay, I'm done writing now, and wrote the ending. And so I do not care for the ending. I think that it could have ended better, and, I just think, after all that amazing stuff, that it could have ended better. Have I read all the TMI books? I have. I've read all the Mortal Instruments books, all the Infernal Divisive books. I have the Shadowhunter Codex. I've read part of the Bane Chronicles. So I'm pretty read up on all of the Shadowhunter world. Approximately how many books do I own? Over 200, easily. Yeah. And then another question was, how many fictional books do I own? Out of those 200, or over 200, probably 98% of them or more is fictional, because I don't really like reading real life stuff. Even if it's a fictional book that's written, like, about real life, like The Fault in Our Stars, I'm not a big fan. I'm more of the fantasy, Lord of the Rings, Mortal Instrument, Divergent, Hunger Games kind of reader. Do I like pineapple? I like cooked pineapple, like on pizza or in a cake or something like that, but I'm not particular to just, like, having the fruit just out there. Do I ship Jason Clary or Simon and Clary? I definitely ship Jason Clary, because they're supposed to be together. And Simon, he's a really good best friend, but it wasn't supposed to go like that. What was the first book I ever read, and how did it change my life? The first book I ever read, like the first book that I read without being assigned to read it, was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And it was really amazing, and it kind of taught me that reading can be fun. It wasn't just something that was assigned to you, and I really loved it. I fell in love with that book, and I've reread it probably 3 or 4 times since then, and that kind of opened the door to reading. The next book or book series I read was Twilight, which obviously wasn't a little chapter book, and so I moved on, and I've read about a bazillion books since then, so yeah. And then I do have other questions that I'm going to answer in other videos, because I plan to try to do this like a weekly basis. But the biggest question that I got was, who should be cast in the Mortal Instruments TV series that is supposed to be coming later this year. It's supposed to be released in 2015. It didn't give us a month or day or anything like that. So quickly, I'm just going to tell you whom I kind of found that I think looks the part. I don't know as far as acting. And what I thought was wrong with the people that were cast in the movie. And I do like the movie, but it wasn't the book. So for Alec, I think Douglas Booth would look the part and could do good. In the movie, I thought he was too built because I think in the book that he was kind of smaller and slimmer, and he was very slender and tall, and in the movie he was very built and big, and he was too old. He was in the books he is 17 turning 18 in the books, and the guy that played him was or is 28, so that was just a way big age difference. For Jace, I think Alex Pettyfer would do an amazing job. In fact, when I was reading the books for the first time before they even started talking about a movie or anything, I pictured Alex Pettyfer as Jace as I was reading. In the movie, I think he wasn't built enough, and Jamie Campbell Bower kept his earring in, and Jace didn't have an earring, so that kind of annoyed me through the whole movie. I think Simon was cast pretty good in the movie, but in the book, or not in the book, but in the TV show, I think Christopher Turner would do a good job. For Isabel, I think Megan Fox would do good. And for Magnus, honestly, I couldn't find anybody better for Magnus than Godfrey, because he was amazing. He looked amazing, but I think he could have had more glitter. And he could have wore pants, but I understand, that was in the book. But he needs better line delivery. I understand that he's not really supposed to be caring, but I think that his lines are a little more sassy than how he portrayed them in the movie. And then I think Molly Quinn would be a really good Clary. So those are my 6 casts. And the problem I had with her is her hair wasn't as red as it should have been, and she just wasn't what I pictured in the movie. So this has been Shadowhunting Dauntless, my first Q&A admin video, and I hope you'll keep a lookout for other videos. So yeah, have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed.